Hello students. So today we will continue with general organic chemistry, and in today's session we will be discussing about carbanion and free radicals stability. Like what is the factor which is deciding the stability. Okay, so let's begin with carbanion. Now what is carbanion? As the name itself says, carbanion means it's a carbon containing negative charge. Okay, so that means it is bearing a negative charge, that we know. Negative charge present on what? Negative charge on carbon atom. Negative charge on carbon atom. That means it is not having any deficiency. Unlike, carbocation, which was having only 3 bonds and carbon was having a positive charge. Now here, this is having 8 electrons. 8 electrons will be there in the valence shell. In the valence shell, 8 electrons will be there. Okay, so that means carbon, 3 bonds will be there and 1 lone pair, and so we will write down this as a negative. Right? Now, you must be wondering why negative. That we will discuss when it is, heterolytic fission. When any bond is there between a carbon and the another atom, say this is more electronegative, it will take away both the electrons. So that pair we are representing, due to which we show the negative charge. Like the carbocations, even carbanions are of 3 types. You will have 1 degree carbanion, 2 degree carbanion and 3 degree carbanion. Okay, so now what is the stability order? That we are going to discuss. Okay, so how we will represent the 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. 1 degree is RCH2, right? R2CH will be 2 degree. R3C will be 3 degree. Okay, now what is the stability of this? That we'll see. Now apart from that, we may also have CH3 minus, that is methyl carbanion. Now, if the stability we see, this is the order of the stability. Now, why is the order? Why do we place them in this sequence? We will be discussing on the basis of the various factors, various effects which we have discussed in the previous videos. Okay. The first effect that explains is inductive effect. Inductive effect. Now, what is inductive effect, children? You know, it's of 2 types, plus and minus I effect. Now, since we are only talking about the alkyl radicals, so obviously we are talking about plus I effect. Okay, so now let us draw the structures in open and then see. The first one, if I write, it is containing 3 hydrogen atoms, CH3, and one pair we are going to show with the negative charge. If I am going to show this one, it is R, and then you have C, RCH. I'm just opening that and showing it to you so that you can understand in a better manner. So you can have here R. There will be 2 R's in this secondary one. There will be H, negative charge. And then in the last one, you are having 3 alkyl radicals. Okay. So let's talk about the inductive effect. Now, you know the alkyl radical is always exhibiting plus I effect. Right? So in the last structure, there are 3 alkyl radicals attached and they are all pushing electrons towards the carbon atom. Carbon atom itself is having a negative charge. 3 alkyl radicals pushing electrons towards carbon means the negative charge is becoming more. When negative charge is becoming more, that means it is making this particular carbanion more reactive, less stable. Here there are 2 alkyl radicals pushing electrons. This will be less negative in comparison to the last one. This is having only 1 alkyl, so still less negative than the last one. So the order will be like this. This is most negative, then this one, then this one, and then this one. So the order of the stability would be this. If the reactivity order is asked, you will write down the reverse order for the reactivity. This will be most reactive and the reverse order has to be written. Fine till here. Now, we will take some more examples, like on the basis of resonance effect, we can explain the stability. Now, first of all, don't think that every effect is possible everywhere, depending upon what examples we are considering. Like in the previous example, we took the alkyl radical part. So, We will be talking about inductive effect. Now, in case I am taking such examples where there is resonance, then I am going to talk about the resonance effect, right? Now, this is which radical? I told you in the last video, allyl. CH2 double bond CH is allyl. Now, because it's a negative charge here, it is not a radical now. It is allyl carb anion. Carb anion. Now, there is a conjugation between a negative charge, that is pi bond, and the lone pair, right? So, this lone pair can shift here. When this shifts here, the pi bond can shift still further. So, when this happens, you will get another such structure with this CH2. Now, the negative charge comes on this carbon atom. This is now a single bond. Because it has come here, this becomes a double bond, and you get like this. So, the allyl carbon ion exhibits a resonance effect. So, this is stable due to resonance effect. Now, let's take one more example of resonance effect. I am taking some similar example, children, we have also considered in carbocation, right? So, this is benzyl. What is this radical? The second one I have drawn. This is benzyl carbon ion. Okay, benzyl carbon ion will be stabilized by resonance. How? Now you can check it. Lone pair pi bond in conjugation alternate to each other. So this will shift here in between the two carbon atoms. So when this shifts here, the pi bond will shift further. And in the next structure, what you observe is the changes what I made here. This will be now negative. This is as such. This came here, so it became double bond. This is now CH2. Same way, this will go here. And likewise, you can draw all structures. See this one. Okay, I have just completed it. This is moving here. This will go further. So, this came here means it became double bond. Negative came here. This will go here. Again, negative will come this side. This will go here. Negative will go there. So, in benzyl carbon ion, there is a resonance. So, because of resonance, it is stable. Now, suppose I take some example with more phenyl groups. Here it was C6H5CH2. Suppose I have this was C6. This ring is C6H5. You have say C6H5, CH and one more C6H5. There are two phenyl groups. Suppose you have. Okay. Or if you are taking C with 3 C6H5, means this H is also replaced by C6H5. One more C6H5 appears, right? Then if I am comparing, what will be the stability? Obviously, more the benzene rings, more will be the stability. So, we will find that the last structure will be most stable because there are 3 rings pulling the electrons toward itself. Okay, you have seen just now in the resonating structure, the negative charge is not residing on the carbon atom, it is moving in the ring. The negative charge is coming at ortho to this, para to this. That means it's not coming on the remaining on the top carbon atom. So if it is not remaining there, that means its reactivity is decreased. Less the reactivity, more the stability. Likewise, if I have 2 phenyl groups, that means the negative charge is getting more chances to get dispersed on this phenyl ring or this phenyl ring. Same way, if I have 3 phenyl rings, then it will be still more stable because the negative charge will get a chance to move on this ring and this ring. I wrote C6H5. Children, don't get confused. This is the ring. This is C6H5. If I don't write this, if I just show this much, it is benzene. If I remove one H, it becomes C6H5. And that C6H5 is called as phenyl. If it is with CH2, then it is benzyl. Right? So, on the C, if there are 2 phenyls, still more stable than benzyl. If there are 3 phenyl, maximum stability is observed. Right? Now, another very interesting thing I'll discuss. Now, suppose I have a benzene ring, right? And in the benzene ring, say I have the CH2 with a negative, that is phenyl radical. Now, in the ring, if I attach electron withdrawing groups means, say nitro, COOH, or you have CN. If these withdrawing groups are attached here, what will these withdrawing groups do? they will pull electrons towards themselves. That means the negative charge on this carbon atom will still decrease. If it is still decreasing, means the stability will increase. Stability will increase. By electron withdrawing group presence, stability will increase. And on the contrary, if electron donating groups are there, if electron donating groups are present, say alkyl radicals, say I place some alkyl radicals here. If alkyl radicals are there, they are going to push electrons away from them. They will push electrons more towards this carbon atom. This will become more negative. More negative means the stability will decrease. It's becoming more negative, matlab reactivity will increase. More negative will try to pull the positive towards itself. Clear? Now, another interesting thing we'll discuss regarding the structure, the orbital structure of the carbon anion. Now, since we know just now we have seen carbon is bare, suppose I am talking about say 3 degree carbon anion. Let me explain with this. There is one lone pair, right? We write down the lone pair and this carbon atom is having a negative charge. This example children have taken is for 3 degree carbon anion. Now, you can see there are 3 bonds complete and 1 lone pair. That means if I talk about the lone pair, I am going to show like this. If I am going to talk about the hybridization of the carbon which is having, which is a carbon anion is sp3 and with 1 lone pair. That means it is pyramidal. You're right. It is pyramidal. Of course, if I take 2 degree or 1 degree, even then this will be, pyramidal only. It will be sp3. Clear? Now, we will start with free radicals. Right? What is a free radical, children? I already told you free radicals are formed by the homolytic fission. Homolytic fission of the bond. So, both the atoms which were having a bond, like if you remember, we have discussed in the halogenation of alkanes. If this is there, electronegativity difference is not there between the two. So this is going to break symmetrically. Going to break symmetrically means both the chlorine atoms will get 1 electron. Okay. The same type of free radicals can be formed by various other examples. If you see peroxides. Peroxides. What are peroxides? Say ROOR. OO linkage, single bond. This is said to be peroxide. This bond will break symmetrically. So you will have this free radical. Okay, so you'll get 2 chlorine free radicals here. This is 2 alkoxy free radical. Carbon, the alkyl group bearing O is called as alkoxy. Okay, like the carbanion, carbocation, free radicals also can be of 3 types. 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. 3 degree free radicals. So if I have to write 1 degree, I'll write RCH2 dot. If I have to write 2 degree, R2CH, right? 3 degree means 3 R's will be attached to the carbon. This is 3 degree. Okay, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. Now, let's talk about the stability order. We will discuss the stability again on the basis of the various aspects, right? But as of now, I'm just telling you 3 degree is, most stable, then 2 degree and then 1 degree. 1 degree is least stable. Clear? So, this is the order. 3 degree, tertiary butyl free radical, isopropyl free radical, ethyl free radical, methyl free radical. Now, how you can explain the stability order? The order of the stability for the free radicals can be explained on the basis of hyperconjugation. It can be explained on the basis of hyperconjugation. Okay, because this carbon atom is not having complete octet. Since it's not having complete octet, it will try to take the electron from the neighboring. It will try to take 1 electron from here. When it is trying to take 1 electron from here, the free radical will be formed on this particular carbon atom, right? That hydrogen atom, something like the no bond resonance form. Okay, so we will say that greater the number of the alkyl groups attached to the carbon atom, okay, bearing the odd electron, greater will be the delocalization of the odd electron. The free radical, the odd electron can, you know, go on the various carbon atoms. Clear? Now let me take one example and explain this. I have taken example of ethyl free radical. Now this carbon was bearing the free radical. The next one is said to be the alpha carbon. That alpha CH bond and the free radical, they are in conjugation. So this bond may come here to satisfy, because this is having incomplete octet. This will definitely have a tendency to pull the electrons from the neighboring. So when this comes here, that free radical will be shown on this hydrogen atom. Same way, this could have come here, so free radical can be here. This could have come here, so there is a free radical. So as many alpha CH bonds are in conjugation with the carbon bearing positive charge, that many hyperconjugative structures would be possible. So if you take that particular example that we have taken just now, this is having, you know, 3 alpha carbons. 3 alpha carbons means on each one 3 hydrogens also. So 9 hyperconjugative, 6 hyperconjugative, 3 hyperconjugative structures. Is it clear? So on that, more the hyperconjugative structures, we can say more is the stability. Got it? Like in carbanion and carbocation, you can also talk about the stability for, you know, this allyl. Yeah, this was the case. This is not complete. Octet is not complete. This is allyl free radical. So this will try to pull electrons from here. When this is trying to pull here, obviously this will be extra electron. This will be shown on the next carbon atom. So that will be shown like this. A free radical, single bond, CH, double bond, CH2. Fine till here. On the similar basis, you can take example of this. This is what I have taken before also, children, you know, it's benzyl free radical. Now in benzyl free radical, there will be again resonance. So on the basis of the resonance, you can explain, just we have done before that, you can make out, okay. So odd electron will be migrating and the pi will go further. And I think now you can complete the structures, okay. So you have drawn the structure for the benzyl free radicals. Resonance can be shown in this manner. So that free radical is not remaining on the top carbon atom. It is moving around in the ring. So when it is moving around in the ring, it is giving more stability to that particular free radical. Now, like the carbocation and carbanion, even free radical is, you know, quite short-lived, because these are all, you know, intermediate species. They will not remain as such. They just form within the reaction, and as soon as they are formed, they will be further reacting. Now, if we try to find out what will be the hybridization on the carbon atom which is bearing, it is, you know, carbon, say I am taking again 3 degree. There is no lone pair. There is only one odd electron present in it. So there is odd electron present in that pure p orbital which is shown. This is the unpaired electron, right? And there are 3 bonds. On the basis of the sigma bonds, children, we can say it is sp2 hybridized. sp2 hybridized, and the bond angle is 120 degree, and obviously based upon the shape of that is considered to be pyramidal only, though, you know, you are having the bond angle equal to 120 degrees. So don't think it is, you know, the trigonal planar structure, because it is having that odd electron, no. So that, you know, disturbs the geometry to some extent. That is the empty unhybridized p orbital which is present, that is containing the odd electron. So due to which its structure, you know, it is assumed to be this one, pyramidal structure. Clear? So I hope you have understood the carbanion, carbocation and the free radicals stability properly. Okay, so now in the next video we will be further discussing some important questions like how we can apply the different kinds of effects to explain the stability of some compounds. Okay, so children, you can share the video with your friends so that they are also benefited. Okay, and please, the mantra for organic chemistry, you need to remember right from the beginning. You have to revise, right? Because the organic chemistry, you will be confident only if you are revising continuously. That will give you a lot of confidence. And if in 11th class the organic chemistry you have done well, so that will form a good foundation for you for class 12. Thanks for watching.